Welcome back, everybody, and hello. My name is Jacob.
And my name is Quiva. We've just had some really interesting events going on over the last couple of hours. One I particularly enjoyed was the Youth Empowerment Toolkit. This was facilitated by Dermot and the National Youth Council of Ireland. It was all about empowering young change makers, and there's a really cool resource that will be published soon for everyone at home to see.
And another event that I was very involved with, and I'm very happy to be there and see it, was the Youth Climate Action. This was facilitated by Elaine from Eco UNESCO. This event was there to show you guys how young people are involved in climate change and to show the diverse voices that we have on the topic of climate change.
We're just after wrapping up Europe is Open, which is from Eurodesk Ireland, and it was all about introducing young people and informing them about the different opportunities that are there within Europe, and especially with EU funded opportunities. Something that has been going on throughout the entire weekend is a really cool project that is happening right now by fabulous artists down in Merchants Road from 126 Gallery. It is a fabulous mural, and this is supported by the European Parliament, and a massive thank you also goes out to Galway City Council for their support.
This event is perfect to show the diverse voices which theme throughout the whole event, and it's there to show what we have done and what we have throughout the global pandemic. It's a physical stamp that will be left in Galway. Another thing that we've been talking about throughout the whole event is our giveaway, and we're very happy to announce that we have our very first winner, which is Janan from Berlin. So congratulations to you, you are our very first winner.
And if you want to be in with the chance of winning, make sure you tag us in your posts using the hashtag GalwayEye. So coming up next, we have Word Up, which is featuring performances from Natalya O'Flaherty and Bricknasty. So sit back and enjoy.
Enjoy the views and see you soon.
State your name, cuz.
Natalya.
Like, is there a second? Are you a Madonna?
No, it's like Cher, yeah.
Okay, this is Natalya. This thing will help people find you.
Natalya O'Flaherty.
Amazing. So, you're a spoken word artist, right? Mm-hmm. What does it mean, in your opinion, to be a spoken word artist? Like, what does that mean to you?
It just means that it's a version of a performer and a poet in the same kind of thing. It's more the writing is written to be performed rather than read, which is the main difference, I would say, if you're thinking poet and spoken word artist.
So performance is important to the art.
Yeah, it's almost not the point of it, but it's the end, the result, what you do with it. The product of the writing and the work is always performance.
And how do you think that separates you from a regular poet? Or does it separate you?
There is definitely a difference, yeah, but I wouldn't say it separates me. I think it just kind of branches off, if you know what I mean. So I'm still a poet, like I'm happy to be referred to as a poet, but some poets would never dream of standing up and performing and having their work heard rather than read, which is the main difference. Whereas I wouldn't dream of having my work read. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't publish or.
Oh, you don't think you would pop on paper?
Nah. Yeah, if you don't have that annoying little accent, that squeaky little voice telling you what you're meant to be listening to, I don't think it has the same effect. No.
Do you think your work is political?
I feel like people put a political aspect to it just because of. I talk about working class people, and I talk about drug situations, and I talk about basically my own life in my own opinions. But for some people, that's politicised. Me existing is politicised for some people, and not being happy with the system is politicised and that kind of thing. So I don't think you can be a poet and be making these criticisms and these kind of critiques and judgments without letting in the political side of it, because everyone's going to put their own politics into your work. So I don't have personal politics in my work, but other people definitely will project and relate to their own politics. So yeah, technically it's political.
And people projecting on you aside, how do you want to be seen? If you were to write your biography, like the log line, what do you want it to say?
I don't know. I think it would just be everything I do and everything about me is just about saying it as it is, or reflecting things as they are. It's not that it's impersonal, but it's not really about me. It's more of I kind of hold up the mirror. So even it's not, if it wasn't my hands, it'd be someone else. So I don't take personal kind of stake in being a poet. Obviously that's like my identity, but that was given to me. So I think if it was my biography, like, it could be so far as to have nothing to do with poetry. Do you know what I mean? It could be anything. It could be about anything. I don't really know who I am, and that's where poetry comes in, is that while I'm holding up the mirror, it's reflecting back on me as well, as an artist and as a person and an individual. So I don't know, maybe I'll figure it out and then I'll write my biography.
Seems like your story is you're both the narrator who's acting in third person and also the first person perspective.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure myself out. Like, even when I was younger and I was writing, it would be to process, not traumas, but, you know, inside kind of conflicts and things I didn't really understand. I would write about them to figure them out, first and foremost. It was never an intention of performing them or sharing them, but when I got to that stage, it was like, I'm not the only one who doesn't know, like, what's going on. So if I can share this, maybe I'll figure it out while I'm trying to show other people how to figure it out at the same time.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, it is. Welcome to my world. I used to think this smoking area was the coolest place in Dublin. Dublin up as a meeting place and an eating place with the okayest burgers in the city. It's a pity that I spent too much time there. It's a pity that I spend so much time here. It's a shame all the individuals are so the same, but it's nice that they don't know it. I don't know what's changed. The barrels and stools get grouped and rearranged every Wednesday and I'd have to stand there neither. It's either here or somewhere better. But it's always here and never somewhere better. It's weird that the apartments get to see us. They rise up above real snug, their livers living too close together. Stashed away from the ashes and mashing bodies. Shoddy smoking area seats squeak beneath two big bums and phone screens creak beneath two big tums. Texting exes after too many pints. Points being made about which Tarantino film is the best, even though they've only seen that one and the new one and Wikipedia the rest. Restless legs lean from one foot to the other while the suffocating smoke smothers those who don't partake, but are still taking part in the faking. Big trousered little short girls with chunky shoes choose which big glasses little hat boy to schmooze, then smooch, kissing currency, swapping spit and sharing straights and robbing rollies on the sly. The fold-out roof keeps out the cold and the sky. Fake poor Northsiders and real poor Southsiders switch stories to fit whatever narrative is hip and happening on the night. Whatever personality feels right is probably wrong. But they keep up appearances and listen to the same 5 Smith songs on repeat, like the same 5 nights a week that they've spent here. Like I spent here. How long have I spent here? How much have I spent here? The doors on the walls don't go anywhere. But if they did, they'd all still be shut. Putting too many options in front of fledgling up all-nighters will frighten us. So we stick to what we know and we go where we know and we stay where we know when it's comfortable. And it'll do. And maybe once in a while, we might even try somewhere new. Clondalkin's not the place for you. Clondalkin won't do for you what the West will. Don't let your chest fill with fear, you still live here, in ours. You sound better in yourself, son. Never mind the damage you've done, son. Never mind the trauma you triggered, we figured it would go with you, son. Our heartache left for the West with you, son. Never mind the damage you've done, son. Never mind, like you never did. Famous last words. Yours were probably, I'm off, or see yous, or bye. But I can't remember. And every time I try, I feel a knot and a tightness, or a feeling that just has no likeness to the words we've said before. You'd expect that there'd be something more. Something worth saving. But that morning was normal and our worlds were far from caving. If I knew then what I know now, I'd have left my bed and told you how dear you were to me and mine if only I'd known it at the time. I'd pin up a piece of paper with your departing dialect or smoothly rearrange the words left in your parting gift. But no, I've nothing to work with. I've nothing to save or change or rearrange to make unstrange your leaving. Or to make sense of my grieving. I've nowhere to redirect that feeling of regret. Nowhere to say what is left unsaid, like how much I love you, or how deeply I miss you. If only I knew how hard it would be without you. But I didn't until I did. And now all I can do is write what never left my lips, and hope that you're here, and pray that you're here, somewhere, listening maybe but never speaking again your famous last words of goodbye. Of see you soon. He shouts pigs when the guards pass. He calls his rolling skills art even when rolled in public parks. He lost his father, lies to his mother, dead to his sister, steals from his brothers. Still he hoards his abuse of robbing scum at the nearest TD or some other poor, politically pertained prick. He's not like you and me, no, he's the epitome of all that's wrong with this system. And by God is he brazen, unlike any youth I've ever met. Still he claims it's disrespect when he's thrown off the Lewis for public indecency. But I'm not talking about his dick, I'm talking about his feet, I'm talking about his toe, the high, the heroin, looking for somewhere to go, looking for somewhere to flow, looking for somewhere to... Oh. He finds a vein, the substance to save it direct to his brain, numbs the hurt and the pain, if only for a little while. It's just about now that he's noticed by a childhood and that was full of smiles, pure dreams. Now he's screaming, Mammy, that man's dead. No, son, he's just off the head. So we have to ask you to leave. Mammy, help him, he can't breathe. So we have to ask you to leave. Why are they doing that? What did he do? Sit your ass down, that's enough out of you. A quick heave and a hasty lob, it's all part of the job. It's 4 or 5 times a monthly. It's a free country. Comes a hay shout from the Lewis stop. A sad laugh from one of the state's goons and an angry look from the other. The boy gets dragged back to his seat by his mother, away from the crumpled stranger. And as their carriage moves a long distance and them from their perceived danger, that little boy prays for that monster of a man.
Corey, you did the thing.
Do the counting, will I? Yeah.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
This is Bricknasty for the Eye Festival!
Okay, so what does Bricknasty mean to you?
It's just a load of boys taking the piss. Really, at the end of the day, we're all chilling out. Are you allowed, of course?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, yeah. Well, then that's what it is. You know what I mean? We all chill out. Like, we don't really stress too much about it. Like, he's an animal, and he's an animal. He's an animal, and she's an animal. So then that means I only have to be moderately good for things to fly.
Yeah, your music feels very fun. Like, it's obviously talented, but it's not too prissy and shit. You guys think about that when you're making your songs, or?
Yeah, definitely. I don't like the idea of, like, panicking anybody. And these lads don't like the idea of panicking, so it works out.
We don't think about anything when we make the songs. It's just having a clear head, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just feels good,
not
man.
thinking.
He shot it
You
there.
guys say your advice to upstart musicians is to think less, yeah?
Yeah.
Ideal,
Let's see
yeah.
what comes next.
Think and say less. Both.
Smooth
Just-
brain, no thoughts.
Yeah.
Just go for it.
Smooth of a
Go
brain.
for it.
Are you sexy under that mask?
Am I sexy under that mask?
Oh, he's sexy under that mask.
He's keeping that mask on for your protection. He's that sexy.
You know what I mean?
That's sexy.
Oh yeah, I'm actually doing you a favour. I
Just
literally
see that
am.
eyebrow from here, ain't it?
Here, that's a pure shaped eyebrow. Look at that.
It's gorgeous.
Don't show them your
It's
eyebrow.
beautiful.
They're my friend.
Yeah.
Do you find that it's kind of interesting? Like, does the mask mean it's kind of a different character to who you are as a regular person, your everyday?
No, I'd say it's even more how I am on a regular day. Because it's like, if you have the mask, right, first of all, like, it's like you're basically just dodging accountability in any way, shape or form. And second of all, like, you can't get fat-headed if you do well, if your face isn't actually on the thing, I think.
Are you worried about getting fat-headed?
Yeah. Because I just naturally have a big fat head. So you have to try and negate that by, like, you know what I mean?
Yes, you don't need a mask because you guys could handle the fame if it came to it. You would
Yeah,
get-
these are all very emotionally mature, centred people. Whereas I'm the total opposite. I'm basically a child in a man's body.
Do you think your music, your sound is very honest?
Definitely, yeah.
It's kind of get up there and go for it, you know, and that's
Yeah.
kind of, that's a very honest performance in itself. But it feels good. I mean, as you were saying, we've all played together a load of times, so it just kind of happens, which is the best kind of way to play together.
Definitely.
Like, we're all into it. We're all putting our own. I think everyone comes in, you know, the songs mean something different to everyone. And it's just more about feel.
Yeah, exactly.
Just feeling good.
Give it a go, Corey.
I don't said it's nothing new, and we don't get it on just like we used to. What is a man to do? It's so blue, it's so blue. Am I asking too much? That we do not break when we touch. Well, what is a man to do? And then I turn that state shit right back onto me. I'll teach you what I can, yeah. 40 hours you been sitting there watching me ride a bike, no hands. And then it goes, turn that state shit right back onto me. I'll teach you what I can, yeah. 40 hours you been sitting there watching me ride a bike, no hands. And then it goes, oh, 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 oh. Well, yeah, oh, 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 oh. Well, yeah, Toy Griffin, ladies and gentlemen. He has a single coming out in a few called Space Love. Well, I know, said there's nothing new. And we don't get it on just like we used to. What is a man to do? He's so blue, and so blue. Give them 4, wait, 1, 2, 3, go. Turn that station right back onto me. I'll teach you what I can, yeah. 40 hours you been sitting there watching me ride a bike, no hands, yeah. Turn that station right back onto me. I'll teach you what I can, yeah. 40 hours you been sitting there watching me ride a bike, no hands. And then it goes, oh, 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 oh. Oh, yeah, oh, 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 oh. Oh, yeah. Nice one, lads. That's that one there. Little clap for my girlfriend. She's so beautiful there in the corner. You look so pretty. Ain't you so pretty? Right. Are you ready for the next one? Straight into it? Right. Pull me thing down. 2 count. 1, 2. 1, 2. She said it's easy to say. Look how English on his face. Look what we found here today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guess this not what he made. And it's so old. They keep it to go. And it's so old. Galway Art Festival was happening. Yeah. And then he said it's not what it seems. Tied up so skinny it screams. Look what we found here, it's clean. Yeah. And then I guess it's not what he needs. And it's so old. It's easy for you to go. And it's so old. Well, dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Yeah, play, yeah. Prudence, with a brand new day. Yeah, day, yeah. Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Yeah. Dear Prudence, with a brand new day. And it's so old. It's easy for you to go. And it's so old. You ready? Right. Walking out the door, I learned about you. Wish you taught me more. You burn. Yeah, yeah. Trying to pick up the pieces. Yeah, my mind can't believe this, losing on this goal. Weary from the woe. Now I said it to the lads that coming up here today, I take this opportunity to just waffle, and whatever came out, came out. So I'm gonna do that now, yeah? Cause I'm at the end of me rope, to be honest with you. And when I write a lot of these songs, I do be at the end of me rope, but there's something that gets me through. Commiseration with me mates. I commiserate with Toyeg, I commiserate with Corey, I commiserate with Amelia and Killian. And there's a form of musical commiseration that we like. It sounds like this. You ready? Thank you very much. That'll do us. That'll do.
Welcome back, folks. We've had some incredible performances there. My name is Cameron.
My name is Lally.
We've had an incredible day of some really exciting youth-led events. Lally, what were some of your highlights?
Well, I really enjoyed the Youth Empowerment Toolkit. I thought it was a great, engaging conversation. I also really liked the panel discussion, Youth Work in a Pandemic, because I think it was great to see the different points of view of all these different youth organisations in this very difficult time. What about you?
For sure. I really enjoyed the fact that, you know, this entire day was youth-led and you could just see and hear the youth voices coming through. But I really enjoyed the climate action and seeing how passionate young people are about sustainability and climate action today. I suppose it's an issue that's going to affect them for the rest of their lives. So really great to give them that platform. And as well as that, Europe is open to you and the fantastic work that Eurodesk is doing to showcase so many wonderful opportunities that young people have across Europe, like we ourselves have through Eye on the Edge. But we've had some really great culture and arts today, Lally, haven't we?
We've had, and the whole afternoon, which was really busy, was finished off with some lovely performances from Natalya O'Flaherty and Bricknasty. I really like Natalya O'Flaherty. She was on the Late Late Show a few times.
That's amazing.
And her poems are really, really honest. It's really good. And Bricknasty, of course, which was a really cool act and performance. And I think that leads us into the second part of day 2, which will include Laughs on the Edge, a comedy show run by Roisin Dove Comedy. Really looking forward to that. We have the Southwest Showcase, which will showcase young Irish talents. That's going to be really cool. And we have Black 8 Presents. So Black 8 are again showing us some really cool up-and-coming Irish artists. And tonight it's New Dad and Turnstiles. So that's going to be really cool. You should check that out on eote.ie.
So definitely, folks, some events not to miss tonight. Now, unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties last night in our live feed, and a young artist called Daniel O'Malley, fortunately, his feed dropped for a little bit of his performance, and so fortunately, we've got that recorded, and we're delighted to share that with you this evening, just as we head into our break. So over to Daniel to showcase some of his wonderful music, and we'll see you back at 7 p.m. for the Southwest Showcase.
See you at 7.
folks.
So this first song is called 1800 Hours, and it's this lead single off our debut EP, Before You Grab Your Cigar. 1800 hours, time to lock the house, head into town. He thinks about her like he usually does. Oh, what will she be wearing? Thinks a bright red dress could make him less shy and more daring, but only time will tell. He prays that someone's texted. He walks the road alone, pulls up his phone with hope he checks it, but it's only more of the same. Now the cigarettes are calling. He makes the routine stop, familiar shop, but he's just stalling, wondering what he should say. So off he goes, watch as he drives up the road. I suppose it could be out of control, but we see through the cracks in his soul. Cut it down to losing touch. He hates that, so he drinks too much. Down a path that won't leave fun. He's a self-determined superstar. Shirt needs some correction. The countless shots have hit. The dance floor spits back his reflection. The walls are starting to strain. He goes to leave, but something stops him. He's caught her in his sights. The outfit's white, but still he's got this. Mapping out the approach. There's someone sat beside her, an arm around her waist, another place to hold her tighter. A decision has to be made, and it took seconds to decide it. He'll try to provoke a shove, hope that's enough to justify it, 'cause no one's holding him back. So off he goes, another wild punch that he throws. I suppose it could be out of control, but we see through the cracks in his soul. Put it down to losing touch. He hates that, so he drinks too much. Down a path that won't lead far. He's a self-determined superstar. No one seems to keep in touch. Maybe 'cause he talks too much. Maybe 'cause he goes too far. He's a self-destructive superstar. So that was our lead single, 1800 Hours, off our debut EP, and The next song I'm going to do is actually the last song on the EP, and it's called John Surreal. It's about a young lad who's just kind of lost in the clouds. He's always daydreaming. So that's what this next song is about. She's driving up the walls all day as him put his clothes away. He's tearing down another house, a mental game of cat and mouse. The cuckoo's calling from its nest, a HD TV in his head. The neon lights, they go unheard. He's analyzing the absurd. Time to choose whose side you're on. The shoe fits right, but the food was wrong. You wouldn't notice he's even gone. Leave it all to John Surreal, just floating around in his spaceship over the fields, with the cape and a crown, protecting the town, or building it up from the inside out. Just leave it all to John Surreal. He's in a shell, is holding captive, social cues so unreactive. Conversations never last when you hear them through the looking glass. It's not a case of misbehaving, it's not a lack of entertaining, a victim of an open mind who fails to see the compromise. Time to choose which shoe goes on. The foot was right, but the side was wrong. You wouldn't notice he's even gone. Leave it all to John Surreal, just floating around in his spaceship over the fields, with the cape and a crown, protecting the town, or building it up from the inside out. Just leave it all to John Surreal. Leave it all. Leave it, leave it, leave it all. Leave it all to John Surreal, just floating around in his spaceship over the fields, with the cape and a crown, protecting the town, or building it up from the inside